favorite NBA team sucks. I'm going to go through every team in the NBA for 1 minute or less and talk about everything negative about that team. Okay, so I didn't realize how many teams are too good to hate on, so I kind of folded on some teams. I feel like I've just been too nice to some of these teams out here, and I just got to be a hater today, man. I'm sorry. Now, I am going to attempt to have chapters below so you guys can go through and select what teams you want to look at, but I recommend you stick around and go through everything because my opinion matters a lot. Starting off with the Atlanta Hawks. Now, I really didn't want to talk about injured players because I feel like that's kind of like, you know, kind of just bad taste. But Atlanta, man, you guys have it pretty fucking rough. And it's crazy because I just made a video talking about the Hawks and their whole situation right now. But you guys having 3 of your best players out. Trae Young is having a lot of problems with your head coach, which, by the way, after doing my last video, I realize now that Hawks fans hate their head coach, Nate McMillan. But every year, it's looking more and more like that Eastern Conference Finals run you guys had in 2021 was just a fluke. Man, that hurts to say. That hurts to say. I don't know. Trae Young is good, but it seems like what you guys gave up for DeJounte Murray wasn't really worth it. But hey, maybe the Hawks can make it through to the first round of the playoffs this year. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Next up is the Boston Celtics. Now, it's hard to talk bad about a team when they're number 1 in the East and when they have Blake Griffin, one of the best players ever. But I'm going to try my best to hate you guys as much as I can. Your jerseys suck. You guys lost in the finals, and the Bucks are going to beat you this year in the Eastern Conference Finals. Boom! Come back to this video after Christmas and tell me that the Bucks aren't better than the Celtics, okay? That's all I got to say. And just like the Hawks, I guess you could say that your guys' head coach also sucks, but in like a different way. He's just an asshole. I don't know if he's still your guys' coach or not. I don't know if he's still suspended or if you guys actually fired him, actually. I feel like that situation just kind of got dropped. Yeah, he sucks. Boom! Take that, Celtics fans. Take that. The Brooklyn Nets. Now, I will forever hate the Brooklyn Nets franchise. I think it's because they had such a great young team and decided to throw it away for what they thought would be a great opportunity and bringing in Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving and James Harden, all this stuff. But that ended up in Kyrie Irving sitting out for about a year and a half, James Harden leaving for Ben Simmons, which, man, that's rough. And then Kevin Durant just kind of sitting there like, well, what the fuck just happened? Like, he has no clue. He's just playing basketball. He does not care about anything. He just wants to play basketball. It's so funny. And I think it sucks because their team will always be known as like the bad New York team. At least when they were in New Jersey, they had a fan base of people from New Jersey. Everyone from Brooklyn is a Knicks fan. So it makes no sense. But apparently Ben Simmons and Megan Thee Stallion are like a thing. So I mean, he's doing good off the court. Like, he's doing good. On the court though, well, he actually hasn't really been on the court, so I don't, yeah. With the conclusion for the Brooklyn Nets being, I don't like you guys for what you did to your young core, but hey, Kevin Durant's balling, so that's kind of cool. The Charlotte Hornets. The Hornets literally look like the definition of mid during their play-in runs, but they're now just kind of like a meaningless NBA team where players go to either get high or get arrested. It's crazy out there. It's crazy. But hey, I mean, Michael Jordan owns the team, so that's kind of cool. I guess you could see him at the practice facility. I don't know. I will say, I don't think the Hornets get enough shit for being such a bad team. Like, if they stayed as the Charlotte Bobcats, they would be hated on 10 times more. And you're probably wondering, this guy's a Kings fan. Oh, you know, you're always mid. The Kings aren't mid, okay? They've never been mid. They've been bad. They've always just sucked. And we'll get to the Kings, okay? We'll get to the Kings. The Chicago Bulls, another team I actually recently made a video on. The entire Chicago Bulls experiment is completely failed. And it's so funny because in one of the most loaded draft classes we've had probably since 2018, I want to say 2018 is like a top tier draft class we'll forever look back on. They decide, let's not blow up the team. Let's try to contend for one more year, which they're not getting anywhere. Like, I'm sorry. I love the Bulls. Fuck, I need to be hating on them. I hate the Bulls. But like I said, they decide to contend for the 1 year when everyone knows they're not going to win anything, instead of just blowing it up early and maybe trying to join the tankathon and maybe just get a good pick in this draft. I'm not saying get Victor Wembanyama, but maybe get Scooter Henderson. Maybe get one of those twin guys. I forgot their names. Like, there's other people in this draft, and it seems really weird for them to like try to contend for 1 or 2 more years with this team, not moving Vucevic at all, which is weird in of itself, instead of just blowing it up early. I don't understand. I'm sorry, Bulls fans. I think you guys are gonna have a lot more years of mid in your franchise. But hey, DeMar DeRozan's cool. All right, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Even though you guys are up in the East, and it's kind of hard to make fun of you guys when you guys are actually a good team, you lost to the Spurs, so that's sad. That's something to laugh at them about, I guess. Yeah, I don't have anything down on my notes. I guess you guys are no longer called Gay Sex Land, so that's kind of a thing, I guess. That's kind of sucky. That kind of sucks. sucks. Yeah, the Cavaliers are good, man. They're good. Fuck. Dallas Mavericks. Okay, you guys have Luka Doncic. That's about it. Like, you guys have struggled to build around him for so long. It's insane. Luka Doncic has carried this team so far. The fact that they made it all the way to the Western Conference Finals is insane. With this team, it's crazy. Christian Wood is one of the best assets they've gotten since Luka has joined the team, and that's a really sad sentence to say out loud. Oh my God. I'm pretty sure any other team in the NBA would be able to successfully build, by now, a very solid championship contending team around him, but welcome to Dallas. The Mavericks have also struggled to win, like, really winnable games, but hey, I mean, you guys put up a fight against the Bucks. That's pretty good. Detroit Pistons. You guys have Marvin Bagley, so that's kind of bad enough. I'm kidding, I like Marvin Bagley, okay? But this season, starting from now forward, is going to be really boring for you guys, and I am really sorry because you've had to go through so many years of boring. And when I say it's going to be boring, it's because of Cade Cunningham's surgery he's getting. He's going to be out for the rest of the year, but at least you guys have something to look forward to next year. But it will be pretty fun to watch Jaden Ivey have the keys to this team for a little bit. I think it'd be pretty interesting to see how that goes. And yeah, Victor Wembanyama is going to be a Piston soon. That's pretty crazy. That's something to look forward to, I will say. The Golden State Warriors. So many people last year said the Warriors were going to be back-to-back champs and that they were going to win the championship this year. Curry's going to seal his legacy as the best point guard of all time. It's going to be crazy. And I'm not doubting that Curry can, like, pull off an insane run. Obviously, it'd mainly be him doing it. But this current team is ass. I'm so done with this roster, man. I feel like they're squeezing every last drop out of this roster so hard. But this will be the end of the Dub Nation Warriors as we know it. Now, people freak out when I say that. When I say Dub Nation Warriors, I mean the championship team that we've seen throughout all these years is going to change. You're going to see Draymond Green leave. You're going to see Klay Thompson leave. It's going to change. I personally think that Jordan Poole is ready to move in for Klay Thompson, but that's just me. I think a lot of people agree with that, but whatever. Speaking about Klay Thompson, he went from being one of the most loved players in the league because of what he went through to now being one of the most annoying and hated players in the league because of what he went through. And he does not stop talking about it. And it's like, bro, just play the game and whatever. The Houston Rockets. I'm not going to lie. I'm reading my notes right now and I don't even know what I put down for this team. The Houston Rockets are a fun team to watch, but they're just a tanking team. There's nothing to look forward to for this team. I mean, besides like obviously the young talent and they're all going to grow and stuff. There's really nothing to say about this team. It's a tanking, losing team. Yeah, I mean, you guys have Boban, so that's kind of cool. I feel like I haven't hated on the Rockets enough in this video, so I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. You guys wouldn't have any championships if Jordan didn't retire. Boom. Take that, Rockets fans. Take that. That one hurt. Don't go crying in the comments. That one hurt. I know it did. So fucking stupid. The Indiana Pacers. When Buddy Hield was in Sacramento, the one place he wanted to go was LA. He wanted to be in the sunny city. He wanted to be with LeBron and AD, but instead they put him in Indiana. God, I'm so sorry, Buddy Hield. Now, Tyrese has obviously been playing good, but he did just put up a 1-point game recently. So that now lets me hate on him because he had one bad performance and I'm going to overreact about it. He's a draft bust. He's never going to get anywhere and he's nowhere near an all-star. In all seriousness, though, the Pacers are in a weird situation where they're half winning and half tanking. The team is winning as of now, but if they were to keep this core for the next 5 years, they wouldn't go anywhere, right? The only person worth keeping right now is Tyrese and like the rookie, Benedict Mathurin. So they're just in a weird spot where it's like, are you going to win so much to where you're not even in a good spot in this stacked draft class? Or are you actually going to make some trades and maybe try to drop down a little bit and get a good pick? So really weird spot for them to be in. Right now, it's weird because I have their ceiling as being mid, like play-in team, and their floor as being mid play-in team. Like they're just like right in there. I don't see them dropping unless they make trades. The LA Clippers. Now I think it's pretty obvious what I'm gonna say in this one. I mean, Clippers fans, if you're watching this, you've heard this just enough, and I'm just gonna repeat it. How the hell do you give up all those picks and SGA for Paul George? That's crazy. That's insane. And if you're a Clippers fan, I'm sure you hear that a lot, and you're probably really annoyed by that. But at the same time, I don't think it gets brought up enough. I mean, as a Kings fan, I hear the damn Pacers trade every day. Every day of my life, it's in my head. But I rarely hear this trade. Just recently, I've been hearing about it. Anyways, I think after Kawhi's run in Toronto, everyone thought he was like some championship like genie or some shit. But in his couple years with the Clippers, he has not fulfilled that wish. Now, obviously, there's injuries and stuff, so, you know, relax. But with him being somewhat healthy this year, it's kind of like slowing down. You know what I mean? It doesn't look like he's going to be bringing this team to a championship anytime soon. But if they did make the finals, the only Clippers fans that would be there are actually just Lakers fans that can't afford tickets to Lakers games because they bumped the prices up so fucking much. What is that about? Speaking about the Lakers and their fucked up prices, we're gonna talk about the Lakers next. Lakers fans are some of the most privileged and most annoying fans in the world. If the Lakers lose for one season, it's non-stop shit on my timeline. Oh, I hate being a Lakers fan. We always lose. We never win. We always lose. A bunch of fucking babies. Oh my god. I'm actually venting. I'm fully venting right now. LeBron doesn't play well. This team's fucking garbage. Throw him away. AD doesn't put up 50 billion points. Trade him. Get rid of him. And I actually did that once. I made a video. Yeah, the video didn't age well. Don't watch it. But I think the most annoying thing this season that pissed me off about Lakers fans was how much shit they were giving Russell Westbrook. There were people going like insanely over the line with Russell Westbrook. And yeah, he was playing bad, but like it was insane. Some of the things people were saying were crazy. And then now that he starts playing good and has a good role on the team, everyone's like, yeah, Russ, man, you're the man, bro. You're the man. Yeah, damn straight. Like, bro, weren't you just booing him like 5 days ago? What the fuck? But yeah, Lakers fans, you guys don't give a shit about what I'm saying. Shut up. The Memphis Grizzlies, and I really don't have much to say about this team because I don't really care for the Grizzlies. I don't like Ja Morant, and I'm not even trying to be like a hater or like annoying or something. I just personally don't like him. But yeah, I really just don't have anything to say about this team. I mean, yeah, they're a solid team. I don't see them winning a championship anytime soon, but they're just kind of there. There's really not much for this team. That was a short segment right there. The Miami Heat. The Heat are on a downward spiral. The bubble was like the last time they had some sort of insane success where they made it all the way to the finals and stuff. But since then, they've started declining more and more and more and more. And with Bam just completely stopping, improving, and Jimmy Butler just kind of disappearing out of nowhere, and then Kyle Lowry not playing good, like the whole team is just kind of falling down the drain right now. And also, Tyler Hero fucked up my parlay. So, yeah, I hate this team. I really do think, though, that the Miami Heat have like 1 or 2 more years of like trying to fix this. Obviously, they can fix themselves later on in the season. That's why I'm saying this. Because I think that they can fix up their team and next year be good, right? They just all have to go back in and play good. And they're kind of struggling doing that right now. The Milwaukee Bucks. Now, I know you guys see me wearing the Bucks jersey right now. Okay, it's National Jersey Day. I just got this jersey. I think it looks cool. But as much as I love Giannis, I do have like a really annoying problem with him where all he does is drive through and get to the free throw line. Now, this is the same thing with Joel Embiid, and we're going to get into that. But the main problem I have with this is like the NBA and their referees and their foul system. And I'm probably going to make a video talking about that because after watching the Kings go up against the 76ers, my head was going to literally pop watching that. So yeah, I feel like every time he drives the basket, even if the defender is playing good defense, he's still gonna get the call because, well, it's Giannis. You have to. He got hit a little bit on the arm and he makes this big ass like motion. It's just really annoying. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. But when comparing Giannis to Joel Embiid in that sort of aspect, I feel like Giannis has more of like he actually gets hit or he actually gets fouled. That's why I'm kind of less like mad at Giannis for it. The Minnesota Timberwolves. I think the Timberwolves being the 11th seed is something that has not nearly been talked about enough because after the Rudy Gobert trade, everyone was so excited to see this team. Everyone's like, oh my god, Cat has a partner, Anthony Edwards, the up and coming star. This team is gonna be crazy. They have played like absolute shit. And since then, I feel like their ceiling right now is currently the play-ins, and that is not what they were expected to be at the beginning of the year. But with the Rudy Gobert trade not looking good, I actually am wondering what they're gonna do next. What kind of move can this team make that makes them a solid team? I feel like building around Anthony Edwards is their best bet. That's just me. I don't know anything at all. The New Orleans Pelicans. You know what? I'm gonna do something that I didn't think I was gonna do when making this video. I'm gonna give the Pelicans a pass. Pelicans, I fucking love your team. I absolutely love your team. Okay, I like Jose Alvarado. I like Zion. I like CJ. I just like this whole team, and I genuinely can't think of anything to like really hate on this team for. So you know what, Pelicans? You're getting a pass. The New York Knicks. What the actual fuck is Jalen Brunson doing on a 4-year, $104 million contract? Like what even is that? The Knicks also missed out on getting Donovan Mitchell, which to be honest, I don't know the exact details behind. I don't know if they had a shot or if they didn't. If they did have a shot though, that is actually ridiculous that they didn't take it. Because I would trade probably anyone on that team. I would trade the entire roster for Donovan Mitchell. I would have my team, the New York Knicks, play 1v5 against every other team with just Donovan Mitchell instead of what they currently have. Now, the Knicks obviously aren't as bad as they have been in previous years, but they just seem to fumble a lot of these free agencies, and it's really sad to see. It's really sad. But at the same time, the Knicks are one of those teams that I personally love to see win. When they had their playoff run a couple years ago, it was just so much fun, man. The Knicks fans, I hope you guys all feel better soon, okay? Your team's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. They're not even that bad. The Oklahoma City Thunder. Seeing OKC fans say, oh my god, SGA should be in the MVP conversation. Oh my god, do you not see his stats? What the fuck is a 13th seeded team player gonna do in the MVP conversation? Like what? Why would someone in one of the worst teams in the league be in a most valuable player? Most valuable player to what? You guys getting Victor Wembanyama? Like that is so ridiculous. ridiculous. That's so ridiculous. I understand he's good, and I have this same exact take when it comes to Anthony Davis. At least before they kind of started winning more, there were people saying, he's an MVP, he's MVP. Like, bro, you are 10th in the West. You are not an MVP. I mean, if OKC wants to just play SGA and have him score 50 points a game against, you know, whatever team and just not really do anything, that's fine. You do that. But I better not see him in the MVP race when he has a team record of 8-62. You know what I mean? Also, Chet Holmgren. I completely forgot about Chet, and I feel like everyone in the NBA did as well. I haven't seen any updates. I haven't seen him say anything. Like, am I missing something? Was that just a dream? I genuinely can't believe I just forgot about Chet Holmgren. That's insane. I mean, hey, I hope he feels better soon, man, but I completely forgot. He got plowed down by Braun and has left the NBA. That's wild. The Orlando Magic. Now, this might be a good thing to say about them, but I cannot believe the Orlando Magic are a losing team. Like, I don't think they're above a 500 team, but they're just so down there. It seems like they're not supposed to be down there. Bol Bol has been playing amazing, and I personally think he should be in the Most Improved Player award race. And with Paolo Banchero being Rookie of the Year, most likely. With that being said, I feel like this Orlando team is going to be very scary in these next couple years, especially if they get a really good guard from this draft. I think they're going to be frightening. Dude, it's so hard to hate on some of these teams, especially the ones that I have like high hopes for. It's actually really hard. The Philadelphia 76ers. Now, the Sixers just beat my favorite team, the Sacramento Kings, tonight. And with Joel Embiid playing some of the best basketball in his entire career, the 76ers are only a 5th seed. And that seems kind of weird. I know they've gone through a lot of adversity with all the injuries that they've been going through, but I'm just going to say it right now, I fucking hate watching your team. And I kind of talked about this a little bit with the Giannis and the Bucks thing, but I fucking hate it. The refs are calling every foul on Embiid. It's just, I hate it, man. And it hurts my head because I don't understand how he gets so many calls. I don't understand. I feel like he's one of those players that the refs should watch and know what he's doing and say, man, you kind of caused that foul. When in reality, they don't understand. It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous, man. But I had the 76ers as my sleeper pick coming out of the East at the beginning of the year. And I think it's safe to say that everyone was right for sleeping on them. I think that's a solid pick. The Phoenix Suns. Man, how sad have they been? I know that they're pretty high in the West, but it's one of those teams that I don't really care if they're a number 1 seed or a number 5 seed. I know that they're not going to win anything. They are a team full of pretenders. The only person on the team that I actually like personally is Booker. I am a Booker fan, okay? Whatever. Now, I do give DeAndre Ayton a lot more credit than what he really deserves. I don't know why. I feel like he has a lot of potential, but he just hasn't really shown anything yet. Who knows? Maybe he'd be having a way better career if he was in Indiana right now. But as of now, the entire team is just kind of just like, you know, they're there, but they're a team that's really going to get knocked out in the playoffs and not make it to the finals. Like, they're not going to make it there. Let's all be serious. The Portland Trailblazers. The Trailblazers are around like the same record as my Sacramento Kings. And just like the Kings, I don't see them making like a super deep playoff run or get to the Western Conference Finals. Like, I don't see that, but I also don't see them being in the play-in. Okay, maybe at like the top of the play-in. I am interested to see what this team does to grow and maybe turn into a championship team or turn into a Western Conference Final team, because I really don't know what type of move they can make to really push them in that direction. I know that they're very interested in Nerlens Noel, and I think that's a good move, but is that really going to bring you all the way to like the Western Conference Finals? I don't think so. But hey, with Damian Lillard, he's looking good. He was struggling a little bit on his return from all of his injuries he had, but he's looking good now, man. He's looking good. The Sacramento Kings. Now, the Sacramento Kings are the best team in the league. I mean, De'Aaron Fox is an all-star. Sabonis is an all-star. Actually, I say Sabonis is an all-NBA talent. All right, I'm just fucking with you guys. Just like every other Kings fan, I just want to see the Kings in the playoffs. And I feel like if you're any other team looking at Kings fans say that, that's really fucking sad. Like, damn, all you guys want is the playoffs? Okay. You know, we're going for our second chip. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of sad. We've had our moments of good and bad. And I think, you know, we're just going through a lot right now as a team. Bro thinks he's on the team. I'm saying we, when in reality, I don't do shit. Yeah, we're sad. We're a sad team. The San Antonio Spurs. I don't really have much to say about the Spurs. I've been advocating for the Spurs to get Victor Wembanyama since the beginning of the season. And to be honest, I still hope you guys get him. I think out of every team, I'd rather see the Spurs get Victor. The question I do have, though, is how the fuck is Greg Popovich still coaching? Like, the dude must just want to get Victor, coach him for 1 year, and then leave so we could say he had an impact on his legacy. Like, there is no way this dude is still coaching. That's crazy. I also think if he doesn't get Victor in this draft or something, he might retire. I don't know. I really don't know. He might be able to do this for the rest of his life. Toronto Raptors. Scotty Barnes has been a huge disappointment this year. I feel like he had so much hype going into this year, but he's just having like normal struggles that a sophomore has. But Fred VanVleet being bad is kind of crazy to see. I'm not gonna lie to you. And with Siakam saying that he wanted to be a top 5 player in the league earlier before the season, and seeing where he is now, it's kind of depressing to look at. I'm not saying that Siakam's bad. I think he's a great player, but top 5 is, wow, that's a reach. I do love the Raptors though, and I hope you guys pick it up soon and you know, start playing well. And I do think that Scotty Barnes will be fine. Okay, I think he'll be fine, but I always have love for the Raptors. I don't know why. I just love the team. The Utah Jazz, man, that was fun what you guys had at the beginning of the year, right? Wasn't that a good time? Yeah, the fun for the Utah Jazz is over. You guys are done. Okay, you're tanking. You're losing every game. You're not going back into the playoffs. Like, let's settle down, man. But I will say, if you're a Utah Jazz fan, that must have been a really fun beginning of the season. Going in thinking that you're going to be a tanking and then starting to be good, and then now you're being bad, obviously. I will say though, imagine Scooter Henderson next to Lauri Markkanen. That's a crazy lineup right there. That's just crazy. So Utah Jazz fans, it's okay to see yourselves drop these next couple days. I know it's gonna hurt. I know it's gonna hurt, but hey, it's for the better. The Washington Wizards. Now the Wizards seem to be fully committed to tanking now, with Kyle Kuzma saying he wants out, which by the way, Sacramento Kings, if you guys want to pick him up, feel free. I do love Bradley Beal, and I do think that giving him a max contract though was kind of crazy. But yeah, the team is just another tanking team that I think will, you know, have another shot at the big lotto this year. With that being said, that's about every team in the NBA. Now, before I end the video, I do want to say, if it's not already obvious, I did reach with a lot of these teams and over exaggerate and all this stuff. I just have to say this because sometimes at the end of the video, people go down and comment and say I'm dumb and all this stuff, and I don't want to get my feelings hurt. Okay, please be nice in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe, and go watch this video of me talking about how bad the refs in the NBA are. It's actually insane how bad they are. I'm not gonna lie. I go through many terrible calls in that video.